Come here. I knew that as long as I'm on the floor, you're gonna be all up in my grill. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Doodle, that was a serious yawn, buddy. As you can see, we are in a different area. I am like upstairs on my second floor. My dog has more anxiety than I do. Yes, I am upstairs in my middle hallway room. You know, like second floor, like midway. That's why, of course, the scenery is a little bit different. I kind of wanted to do something out of my makeup room. Just wanted a little bit of a change of scenery, especially since I'm not doing anything in this video that's beauty related or makeup tutorials or anything like that. This is strictly just a little chat video, so hopefully you guys don't mind that. Me and chatty. I have my little notes right here of what I want to talk about today. I'm just hanging out at home. It's Friday, getting close to the evening, so I actually moved my ring lights out here. I have no makeup on my face, actually just a little bit of powder, eyebrows, and then my hair up in a scrunchie, which can I please just say, I'm actually so excited that scrunchies are coming back because, dude, what are you doing? Are you gonna bug mom the whole time? Look at that snaggle tooth. Look at you. Yes, I know. Why don't we just jump into this video? This is Doodle right here. This is my boy. He's my best friend right here. I've had a bunch of people actually ask about him and like what kind of dog he is. He's always on my Insta stories, of course, and Snapchat. Like I'm always doing funny videos of the funny stuff that he actually does. But he was on like the bottom of my list to talk about, but since he's right here, we'll go ahead and talk about you now. What do you think, big guy? He is actually a miniature golden doodle. I'm sure you can figure out is the mix between a poodle and a golden retriever. His mama was a smaller statured golden retriever and his dad was more of your medium-sized poodle. So not a toy poodle, not a big poodle, kind of just in the middle. I got him from a breeder. I am totally down for adopting a dog. I would love to adopt a dog, but I actually did get him from a breeder. After I did a lot of research, I knew that that was the kind of dog that I was really looking for. My heart was set on a golden retriever, but they just shed so much, and I didn't really want to have to deal with that. And at the time, before I bought my condo that I have now, I was living with my parents. I had moved back from my apartment and I was living with my parents for a short time, so they had just built a brand new house and I really didn't want to bring in a dog that shed a ton. I started doing some research and found mini golden doodles, and I always thought golden doodles were so cute, and then I found out that they were minis and I was absolutely sold. So I got him from a breeder in Southern Ohio, about 2 hours south of me. They were absolutely phenomenal. The family was so sweet. They had kids and the kids kind of loved on the puppies, and you had the opportunity to meet the mama and the daddy. First met them at the Columbus airport. It was just kind of closer for us, and they were already meeting somebody else there. So they had 2 boys and he was actually the last boy. So I have loved this dog more than I've loved any dog in my entire life. Growing up, we always had dogs. My family had dogs. My friend had dogs. I have always had dogs around me, and he is by far the best dog I've ever had in my entire life. Probably the best dog I will ever have in my life. I hold that dog very near and dear to my heart. So he just turned 4 January 27th. And I got him at 7.5 weeks old, going through a breakup, going through different apartments and living with a friend, and then moving in with an ex-boyfriend that went really bad, and he has just been my constant. We live in such a world where dogs are people's children nowadays, and I absolutely love that because they are so much company. He literally makes my worst days just so much brighter. I'm sure you guys already know how much this dog means to me, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about him because, again, I get often asked questions. People see him in all of my Snapchats, my Insta stories, my Facebook. He is about 57 pounds, which is pretty normal. At first, they told me he would be anywhere between 25 to 35, and from looking at his paws when he was little, I had a feeling that that just wasn't right. He was going to be a little bit bigger. If you have any other questions about the breed, please let me know down below. They are the most fun, loving, sweet, loyal, such great dogs. He's so smart. I was teaching him to sit stay, rollover, potty trained at like 7.5 weeks old. I was living in an apartment and I had him potty trained like that. He is an extremely needy dog. Some people love, some people hate. I absolutely love it. As you can see, I'm usually not in any room without him. He'll lay with me in bed, he'll lay with me on the couch. I work from home, so he is with me literally nearly every single hour of every single day, unless I go away for a little bit. So yeah, that is everything about Doodle. He is the absolute best. I don't think I will ever find another dog like him, but let's move on. Again, if you have any other questions about his breed or anything specific, please let me know down below. Happy to answer anything. Now we're going to move on to some questions I have about Orange Theory Fitness. I actually have had so many people reach out to me and just ask me some questions, and like I said, I have everything wrote down, so I'll answer everything to the best of my ability. This coming April will be 2 years that I've been doing Orange Theory. I started April 2 years ago, trying to just look for something different to incorporate into my fitness routine. I've always been a person that goes to the gym. I was more so lifting back in the day more than cardio, so I wanted to like switch things up with my gym routine. Talked to just some people about Orange Theory and decided to give it a try with 2 of my other really good friends. Again, I was not a person who enjoyed cardio. There is lifting at Orange Theory, but it is definitely majority run, row, and then weight floor. Classes are set up to either be a 2 group or a 3 group. I typically do the 3 groups just because of the times, just because that's how my schedule works best for me. I typically go in the evenings at like 5:30 or 6:45, and usually those classes are a 3 group. They are divvied into the tread, the rower, and the weight floor. So 3 areas. If you do the 2G, most of the time, you will do a tread block and then alternate between the rower and the weight floor. I am going to do my best to explain everything I can about Orange Theory. By now, I feel like I have heard the coach's little spiels enough before class that I have a very good idea, and I should be able to answer the majority of the questions that you guys might have. Hopefully I will do them proud when I explain this. Maybe some of the coaches will watch this, maybe not. It is a 5 heart zone based interval training system. What I'm gonna do is try to dumb it down for you the best way as possible in a way that I wish people would have been able to explain to me when I first started. So it's 5 heart rate zones. You have your gray zone, your blue zone, your green zone, your orange zone, and your red zone. I don't know why that was so hard to spit out. But you really don't count as much the gray and the blue area. That's kind of just like your complete resting heart rate, maybe what you would be at if you had your monitor on and you look up at the board while you're sitting waiting for class to start. The class really focuses on that green, orange, and red zone. This is the part that I wanted to dumb down a little bit. That's not scientific at all. This is just my best way of explaining it to somebody who hasn't taken a class and it would be very new to Orange Theory. And again, this is what I wish somebody would have explained a little bit better to me when I started, rather than me getting in there and like killing myself right off the bat. So the green zone is the zone I would explain where you get into class. I typically start on the treadmill first. So you jump up onto that treadmill and you get into your base pace. And your base pace is what they say, a pace that you could hold for 20 to 30 minutes. So definitely a pace where you're not killing yourself. You're not pushing yourself too hard. It's just kind of you're running. You're like, okay, I feel good. That is typically where you stay in your green zone. A lot of times on the weight floor, before you get to pumping up those really heavy weights or really moving your body, it's kind of just that little more than resting heart rate, but you're just getting into it. You're just getting started. It's a pretty good warm up. Then you get to your orange zone. And when I get into the orange zone on the tread, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I am working. Like my body's working, I'm feeling good. I'm definitely earning those splat points in the orange zone. So again, splat points are something that is known to Orange Theory. You aim for 12 or more per class. That might be a goal of some people's. You do not have to get 12 splat points. It's just the 12 splat points give you your Orange Theory afterburn, which means you will continue burning calories throughout your day. So once you get into this orange zone, you're really feeling like, whew, okay. You know, you might be starting to sweat a little bit, but you are there. Like you are on the weight floor, like lifting those heavy weights. Your heart rate's going up. Same with the rower. You're pushing real hard. You're getting your body moving. And then the red zone is, wow, I am really, really, really out of breath. I'm running my all-out speed. For me, that's a 12 miles per hour. That is where I will hit the red zone. So that is, I don't want to say killing yourself. Shouldn't be killing yourself, of course, but that is where you are like, okay, like my heart rate is going, I'm up there, and you don't want to fall in this category for too long. For example, if there's numerous people that are on the board, I guess I should get back to that. Oh, at Orange Theory, all of your names are up on a big screen, and I will insert a picture here. I'm going to do it really fast because I don't want anyone's names or information to be violated in any way. And so you know, as you're on that tread or rower or weight floor, where you are. You know that you're in the green zone, you need to work a little bit harder to earn those flat points. You're in the orange, you're feeling good, or you're in the red zone, you're like, okay, I need to reel this back in a little bit. And then I'm chasing into that red zone, I'll try to pull it back just a little bit. Again, my all-out speed, typically I get into that red zone, but then we kind of walk it out and kind of let our heart rates get back to normal. Coaches will a lot of times say, if you're in the red, make sure you're okay. If not, pull back just a little bit, because of course the coaches, nobody wants for anyone to get hurt. No one wants anyone to pass out. That is a very short but sweet version of the different heart rates. I should get back to the basics of a lot of things. When you start Orange Theory, you're given a heart rate monitor. There are a couple different options. There's a chest strap that you wear. Ladies, you would wear like right underneath your sports bra. Men, just right on your chest, a little bit underneath your heart. I have a band that goes onto my arm, and it's just kind of like a Velcro band. It goes on my arm, it gets my heart rate. There's wrist version, so it's typically whatever you are most comfortable wearing. When I first started, I started with the chest strap and then eventually changed to the armband, just because I was kind of annoyed with always having to go into the bathroom and like put my strap on, because I didn't want to just raise my shirt in front of everyone, you know. I can't even sit here and say enough good things about Orange Theory. It is such a great and fun way, never boring way to really burn some calories. The class is for an hour. Typically ends about like 53 minutes, and then you have some time to cool down and stretch before you head out. I have met some of the best human beings, some people that I will be lifelong friends with at Orange Theory. It is a great community. The coaches are amazing. The members are amazing. Everyone that works there, in my experience, has always been amazing. There's studios all around the world, so if you're traveling and you have a membership, you can go to different gyms. I'm just making sure my hair's not in this candle. Wouldn't that be funny? I will honestly say I've seen a complete transformation in my body. Not as far as weight-wise, but more toned, just toned in my back and my shoulders and my legs. I am in the best shape of my life. I'm going to be 29 in April. And I just can't ever see myself stopping, because it is something that truly just keeps me so active. I'm a pretty small human being, but when I first started 2 years ago, I could not, absolutely, there is no possible way that I would have been able to just run a mile on a treadmill. Never been a runner, I've never enjoyed running. And now I'm looking at hopping up on that treadmill, running anywhere between 2 to 3 miles. Again, you don't have to, you can power walk. You can bike, you can use the Strider, you do not have to run, you can power walk the entire time. It is whatever is comfortable for you. The coaches might push you if you want to be pushed, but if you're a power walker, great, you're a power walker. If you're starting to get into jogging and taking those speeds up a little bit, that is great. But the coaches are never going to tell you you need to up your speed, you need to up your incline. It is totally based on you and your specific body type, the results that you are personally looking for. I go to Orange Theory between 5 to 6 days a week, which is a lot. So there are some days where I might go really, really heavy and go the next evening and power walk. You always say, and like the coaches say, it is just you versus you in the studio. You're not competing with anyone next to you. You're just trying to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. And I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope I did a decent job explaining Orange Theory. If you guys have any more specific questions, please let me know down below or shoot me an Instagram message, whatever is easiest for you, and I will be sure to answer your questions. So a couple people just asked me all around about my diet, what I do, have I tried keto, how do I eat, what have I found works best for my body, etc. So I'll try to jump through this really quickly, because I can see that my camera's already at 25 minutes and it's like 25 minutes of talking about nothing. So to be honest, I do not follow any strict diet plan. I use my FitnessPal to track my calories. I aim to get at a certain amount of calories per day, which is best for my body type. And that is really what I do. There is nothing specific that I do. I don't do keto, I don't do Weight Watchers, I don't do macros right now. I, of course, in the past, I used to follow a really strict diet schedule and count my macros every single day. I do not do anything like that. I was at a place in my life where I was considering competing, so I, of course, hired a coach and I hired somebody to do my macros. And then once I made that decision to not compete, which I can talk about in another video, I just kind of stuck with tracking my macros if I wanted to, or if I, you know, if I wanted to try to cut some weight, I go back onto macros and really be specific and really track what I'm eating. But as of right now, I'm not doing that. I probably have pizza once a week if I want it. You guys, I work so hard in the gym, burning anywhere between 500 to 700 calories in my classes 5 to 6 times a week. And to me, I just don't see a point in restraining my diet so much when I'm working out like that. I enjoy what I want often. I don't pig out every single day. I try to follow the 80-20 rule. Of course, that means going to dinner here and there with my friends and family. Of course, that means pizza night. Of course, that means wine nights. Mexican here and there. Mexican is my weakness. Not a vegetarian. I tried that out in the past as well, and I lasted about 3 months and then didn't do that any longer. I don't have much dairy in my diet, but that's not because I'm restricted to it in any way. That's just because I typically don't eat much dairy. I do eat a lot of protein, of course. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you see my protein waffles, my protein pancakes, my protein shakes, all of that good stuff. Added my veggies and my fruits. Chicken is a big thing that I eat. Chicken and turkey are like my biggest meat sources. I'm not a big red meat person. That is just a personal preference. Try to get in as much water as I can. That's important, as well as supplements. I take collagen, I take greens. Bomar Nutrition has completely changed my life. Sarah and Josh Bomar own the company, and they are from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. They sell all kinds of different protein flavors, which are absolutely amazing. They sell greens, collagen, fiber, fish oil, probiotics, those kinds of things, and I have really been loving their products. So I think that's another big thing too as far as diet goes, just getting your supplements in, getting your protein in. So yeah, it's been like in the 50s and rainy the past couple days, but today woke up to snow and 20 degrees and I'm just hanging out at the house, getting ready to go to San Francisco this weekend. I leave on Sunday again, so it's Friday. I don't know when you guys will be seeing this video, but I leave on Sunday to go see one of my best friends in San Francisco, and I'm gonna bring my camera and I'm gonna vlog. She has been my friend since we've been like 11 or 12 years old, so if you have any questions for her about me or anything that we could do fun in a video, please let me know. I have to move my lights out here and everything, but you know, I'm so bored in there. I need to get some different backdrops and to change it up a little bit, but I'm like, oh, I hate seeing the same background in every single person's video. You guys let me know down below what else you want to see from me. Please send me some ideas. I always have ideas, but I want to know what you guys want to see from me. One of my friends suggested that I do an embarrassing moments video, because if you know me in real life, you know that I'm super klutzy. 2019 has been like the year of klutz for me. And 2 very embarrassing things just happened while I was with my mom at the grocery store last weekend. We're like still laughing about it. She was just like, you know, you have the funniest stories about things that have happened to you, embarrassing stories. And I was like, sure, I can film a video like that. I mean, why not? That would be so much fun. And I have no shame, and embarrassing things happen to all of us, right? But I do have like some pretty good specific stories that I could tell, and I do want to incorporate more story time. So you guys let me know if that's something you're interested in. See you guys in my next video. Bye.